Mayfield off the play fake. Open man is tipped him. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Baker going to give it to Irvin. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Once again, it's Irvin. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
At the 38-yard line.
Mayfield on play action. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. You look at this Carolina defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away.
Jimmy Horn Jr. on the return. The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Here we go. Blue 32.
Looking to throw. Young. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Here we go. Ready.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Young. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Tremble. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Blue striker. Set.
Now Young. Throwing right, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second and a couple.
Let's go now. Yellow, 22. 10 cycles. Ready.
On play action, Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put it on the ground.
And he is going to have the Panthers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
That's another Panthers first down.
Set, cut.
An 8-yard pickup.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
First down.
Cut.
They'll throw again. Young. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Buccaneers at 9-7 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Mayfield now from the 50. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their advantage. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Red, 38. White.
Young working out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Red, 60 red. 60 red. Ready?
Now Young. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. This is taken at the 15. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
First and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
It's a gain of
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mayfield to throw it. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They go play action. Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Bucs are able to stretch out their lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Buccaneers 17, Panthers nothing. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
52 blue. Ready.
Here's Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier again. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Working free to drop it for the sack there was Amari Barno. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Taken in at the 22. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. An impressive 75-yard punt return. And the Bucs are able to add on to their first half lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And a route is on here in this first half. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go now.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Second and a couple. Young to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kalijah Cansey breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
An audible here to get a new look. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
180.
To throw, Mayfield. To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. Mayfield with it once more. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Baker changing the play at the line. Now Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs would extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half.
31. Panthers nothing. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Here we go.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready.
3rd and 19.
Here we go. Ready.
Young now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
This is taken at the 18. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Start.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And he'll work down inside the 45.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Regular. Good. Watch.
Play fake. Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Set. 180. Hey, alert. Start.
A run up the middle with Irving. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
180. Watch out.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there for his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Buccaneers just continue to roll. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
For the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
52 Bulls.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That one complete to again.
And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Ready. Edo blue. 10. Ready.
Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Young to throw it. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you have extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Ready.
Now here's Young. Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And we'll see what he can do on the return. $34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Set. 180. Up. Run.
Mayfield off the play fake. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing, Young. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Panthers first down.
Young. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the line.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
What's up?
Now they show jet sweep it instead, a run up the middle here. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Mayfield on play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Horn. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Tampa Bay, they do get that 10th win of the year.